Hello guys, today we are going to discuss the question from today's CodeChef contest. It was a pretty easy question if you ask me. You just had to figure out something, observation kind of thing. So the question goes as you have given an array and you have to choose some sub-arrays from it, uh, which is of odd length and greater than 1 in size, and delete the median from it. Okay, and you have to say if you can make the array non-descending order by performing this operation any number of times. Just listen, it's asking me to do it in any number of times. It should not be minimum, it is asking me to do in any number of time, right? I can do it in any number of times, right? This is the first thing. Okay, the second thing is, if you have observed, it doesn't matter what the subarray is. And one thing I want to show is, it's written here, note that you do not need to minimize the numbers of operation. You can do as many operations as possible. Okay, and if there are multiple occurrences of the median within the subarray, delete the leftmost one, which means if I have subarray something like this, 1 2 1, then the median of it is equals to 1, and which one I am going to delete. Like, I can delete the first one, I can delete the second one, I can have this, I can have this, but as the question state, we have to delete the leftmost one. So the after deleting, the one will have 2 and 1. Okay. uh okay, I guess this fine. Then if you have observed, there is one thing I want to point out. So we have this array. Okay, there are in any array in the world, there are always going to be two minimum and maximum numbers, right? There is always minimum and maximum numbers in any array. For example, in this, the minimum is 1 and maximum is 5, right? So what we can do is, we can always take the array of size 3, which means I can take 3 4 1. Like, I can take 3 4 1, find out the median, which is 3. I can delete, the array becomes 4 1 4 5, right? Then the array, then I will again take 3, which is 4 on 4, the median becomes 4. Now which 4 I'm going to delete? Either this or this. In the question it say we have to delete the leftmost 4, leftmost median, right? So now the array becomes 1 4 5. So yeah, as I said, we do not have to stop here. As the array is sorted, it's not mandatory we have to stop. We will again delete it. I will again take 1 and 5. What is the median? 4. Delete it. 1 and 5. And last, what we get is the less number and the more number. Okay, the minimum number and the maximum number. If you continue this operation n minus 2 times, that is, we will delete every other element except minimum and maximum, that is n minus 2 operations. Then what we'll have at last is 2 elements. If these are in sorted order, I mean the first element is less than or equal to second element, then we have our answer. If it's not, then just simply do the minus one. Or what you can do is, you can find the indexes of the minimum and the maximum numbers. For example, in this array we have the minimum number at the index 0. Okay, and the maximum number at index 0 1 2 3 4. at the fourth index, I guess. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, at the fourth index. I hope the recording is going on. Yes. At the fourth index, I have the maximum value. So 0 is less than or is equals to 4. That means our minimum value is at the lesser position than the higher value. That means we can at last, if we continue this operation, like doing the okay, what I was saying is, if we can continue the operation of taking the subarrays of length 3 on this, at last we'll have 1 and 5. Okay, so we have our answer here. But in this condition, like 3, 2, and 1, the position of the minimum index, rightmost minimum index is at value 0, 1, 2, and the maximum value is at index 0. So at last, if we consider the operations that I stated before, if we apply them on this array, what we are going to get is 3 and 1, which is not sorted. So at last, what the conclusion is, okay, I'll write the steps. The steps: find the position of minimum and maximum values in array. Rightmost, find the rightmost position value in the array. Now then, if the index of minimum is greater than index of maximum, then there is no way we can sort the array. It's then the case is -1. Otherwise, it is always print cout and -2 and this for loop, and it's from 0 to n minus 2, and just cout 1 and 3. I know it's a bit confusing, but you just do the try run of this approach on the array and just see. You'll get the idea what I'm doing. So for the code is here. We are taking the inputs, minimum index, maximum index. We're taking the input, finding it's not is equal, finding the position of the minimum, finding the position of the maximum. If maximum index is less than minimum index, then there is no way we can make it. Otherwise, cout -2, and else just do the 1 and 3